Kazi, and thank you so much for joining me today. I'm just getting this going. I am live streaming to my Facebook group as well as to my YouTube channel. I know that I have several uh, dedicated fans over there on my YouTube, and I just want to make sure that everyone has a chance to just express what you're feeling, what you're going through right now. If you're watching on Facebook, please go ahead and follow through with that little link that I just put in there. It's the chat.restream.io/FB. This allows me to see your name and your profile picture when you leave a comment in Facebook or via Facebook. YouTube, I can usually see YouTube people, but Facebook has weird settings. Eh, Facebook. Anyway, so if you can just let me know that you could hear me. I see a few people on. Thank you so much for joining me right now. And what I'm going to do is kind of close this couple windows there. So I know a lot of people are having a really hard time right now. And so I just wanted to provide a little some moral support. It's what I can offer right now because, hey, I see somebody. I don't know who it is. It says Facebook user. If you will please go to the restream link. If you, I hope you can see that here in the chat. Um, Daniel. Okay, I can see Daniel's name. Yay. Thank you, Daniel. And just link your Facebook. Just give it, you're not linking anything, like you're not giving anything away. You're just, letting Facebook know it's okay for your name and profile picture to show up in my feed so I know who's commenting when you're watching from Facebook. So anyway, thank you, Daniel, for doing that. And a lot of people here in the United States are going through a very difficult time with the winter storm. But I know everybody around the globe, everyone's going through something very difficult right now. And so I just wanted to be able to offer some solace to you if you anybody who wanted to kind of share what you're going through, the difficulties that you may be having. You don't have to give lots of details. You don't have to get too personal or just say, I would really like to receive some healing energy right now. Um, I think it's really important that we are there for each other right now during this massive awakening here for the world. And I do believe that, we're going to keep having these situations that will allow people to wake up from the 3D programming, shall we say. Am I saying that the winter storm was caused to hurt people? No, I am not saying that. So don't anybody misunderstand what I'm saying. This is just a really bad, a really, really bad storm. And, I live on the Gulf Coast. And so I have been through hurricanes. I was in my house for Hurricane Katrina, and I've been through many, 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 many other hurricanes. And I know what it's like to go weeks without power, weeks without your own fresh water that or stand in line for water. You know, I was gonna say, well, at least with snow, you can melt the snow, but if you don't have electricity and you don't have any kind of battery operated way to heat that snow, it's not gonna be water. So anyway, I just wanted to come in very quickly and to offer a bit of just a space for you to just know that you are loved and that you are going through some really tough things right now, but it's going to be okay. And go ahead, have your sulk, go ahead and be grumpy and pout. Because there might be some really tough stuff that you're going through right now, but I can tell you from experience, because I've been through a lot in my life, and a lot of people don't really understand that. They look at me and they think that I've lived a certain kind of life because of, the way I look or the way I speak, and they really don't have a fucking clue what what I've been through in my life. But I can tell you that staying in a place of victimhood or wallowing in a pity party, if you're Cancer or Pisces, you know, that's not going to help you in the long term. Absolutely feel all your feels. Absolutely allow yourself to experience whatever it is you're supposed to experience, and then pick yourself up and keep going forward. So, if there's anyone who would like to just leave a comment, if you have something specific that you would like healing on or for, please just let me know. I do, of course, I do this work. That this is actually a lot of what I do is healing, especially sexual trauma. But I just wanted to offer space in my group and on my YouTube channel for just a few minutes so that anyone who wanted to leave a comment to talk about what they're going through, just to have a place that that you can talk about it, you can mention it, even or just say, hey, I could really use some healing right now. Because we can always use love. Everybody can always use love. And I know this shit isn't sexy right here. And I know that, what I wanted right here for me, I just wanted to be comfortable, and I'm doing this more and more. I'm just allowing myself to be comfortable, to not have to worry about looking a certain way or, being in front of like when I do guest interviews, I do like to be in front of my fiery mandala background. But for right now, just, if you have a roof over your head, if you have food to eat, if you have electricity, if you have heat and warmth right now, please take a moment to be grateful. Just take a moment, because there are a lot of people, especially here in the US right now, who do not have that. And, it's everybody's going through something right now. Everybody is going through something right now that is pushing them to their limits. If you've seen the Schumann's resonance the past day or two, actually from like last night to today, it's been almost whited out. There was like a huge chunk, it was almost whited out, which is about all of the light coming in, the photonic light coming in. And this is just a crazy intense time. And so, if nothing else, I just wanted you to know you're not alone, and you don't have to go through this alone. You do have to do your work and you do have to do your healing. Nobody can do that for you, but it is absolutely possible to get through whatever situation you're experiencing right now. And I am living proof. You can get through some pretty bad shit in this life and be okay. In fact, you'll be more than okay. You'll be stronger and smarter and better for it, because a lot of this uncomfortableness of change is getting rid of the stuff that does not serve you. And I tell that to my clients all the time. Just walk away from stuff that does not serve you. And if walking away, if that phrase kind of scares you, just step up into the energy of your highest good. What is in your highest good? What is the best for you? And when you can step in to that energy frequency of what is in your best interest, what is in your highest good, and not self sabotage that, stay there. All the people, places, things, situations, and events that are not in your highest good will naturally fall away. You don't have to walk away because that'll make you feel guilty. You don't have to, walk away because then there's all kind of, especially with families and whatever, there'll be just that feeling that you're letting people down or you're betraying the family or whatever bullshit. Stay in the energy of your highest good. Always, always. And anything that does not resonate with that, it will fall away on its own. You don't have to do anything in that regard. But you do if you want the better life, if you want to step up and out of whatever situation you're currently in, you have to take inspired action. You have to get off your ass and do the fucking work, you know? Um, you cannot fully live your life from your desk, from your armchair. That's not living. You cannot fully live wishing and hoping for change and then not doing anything about it. I mean, people will sit in the same situation for a year, 5 years, 10 years, 30 years, and they still don't get a clue about why they're upset or why they're not happy. You know, why don't they have more money? Why don't they have a loving relationship? You know, why don't they have friends they can count on? It's like, well, you have that is an energy frequency. Every one of those things, you know? So, so anyway, and Daniel says, "Interesting. I didn't know that. Thank you. I didn't see when that message came in, so I have no idea. Um, I'll go back and look. I'll go back and look at what you were referring to. But yeah, you are responsible for your life, and what we are going to see repeatedly are more situations that will give you a chance to wake up and step up and take ownership, take control of your life. A lot of people are scared of their own power because the non-virtuous assholes, they've misused power. You know, that's why people are still afraid of money. They that money is dirty, money, money is bad or whatever. It's because the people in power have misused money. You know, they've misused people so that they can make money. They don't people don't trust relationships because we've been taught, don't give away your heart, don't trust your heart. Live from the mind, live from the ego, and the heart is everything. The mind is temporary. So, anyway, well, I don't see any comments, but I just wanted to again just give a moment um, to just give people space to know that if you're having a hard time right now, you're not alone, but just know that you're loved, and that it's going to be okay. But you need to choose. You need to choose what reality you want for yourself. And when you get really clear about the kind of life you want for yourself, then take inspired action to make that happen. You are a sovereign being. This is a free will universe. You create your own adventure here. So, um, for those of you who are experiencing the intense cold, um, I send love to each and every one of you. Going without electricity, running water. I've been through it in a different way with hurricanes. So not the cold, but the awful heat and humidity of Mississippi in August, September. So, I Katrina was rough. Katrina, standing in line for 3 or 4 hours and the 98 degrees to get meals ready to eat and cases of water from the National Guard. That was in a way was humiliating. Don't be scared to tell people what you need. I did a post a couple of days ago about if you need supplies, let us know in Trish's tribe, my group on Facebook, or just leave a comment if you're seeing this on YouTube. If you need something, let us know. Maybe there's something we can do to help you. There are a lot of people who want to help you. There are a lot of people who just want to help right now. And, this is what it is all about. It's about helping each other, right? Um, it's about unplugging from the mainstream, unplugging from all the programming. That's another aspect of all of this. Um, so I do see a comment. Daniel says, what I meant was that I didn't know that it is as simple as just staying in your truth of the energy from your highest self and that all the bad things will just fall away. If you intend that, absolutely. I mean, that's the way it works. But the problem is that most people self-sabotage that. You wanna make $1,000,000 next week, there's no reason why you can't, except you. I mean, you could absolutely but you have to believe it, you have to know it, you literally have to know in every fiber of your being that's possible. But most people can't embody what is actually good for them. For one, they live too much in their head. They live too much in their mind. They live too much in the ego. The ego is not a bad thing. I'm not using the word ego like it's a a cuss word. Um, but you just stay in the frequency. And Daniel, I know I've told you this before. This isn't new to you. But isn't it funny how you can hear something over and over and over again? And like it's you're just not ready to hear it. And I'm not talking about you specifically, Daniel. I'm just talking about in general that, you could hear something over and over and over again and but then there's one time you hear it and suddenly it sticks because you're ready for it. If you stay in the energy of what is absolutely best for you, what is the absolute best experience for you? What is the best life for yourself? What is the best relationship that you want to experience? What is the best income level? What's the best house you want to live in? What's the best country you want to live in? What's the best schools you want your kids to go to? Just design your life, know you're a sovereign being, and then go make your life out to be whatever you want it to be. You know, um, there's a lot of self-sabotage, and we're taught to sabotage ourselves every time we step into our power. That's the programming of society, religion, culture, media, mainstream media, especially. So, anyway, well, the how, Daniel, that's what we can work on in a session. Because every person is different, you know? I mean, ultimately, you don't control the how of how it comes to you. You control the how of how you send your intentions out to the universe. So, you know, and you want to fine tune that, yeah, just book a session whenever you can. If you want to. You don't have to. You're a free person. You don't have to work with me if you don't want to. But I love y'all, and I hope everyone is able to stay warm, stay safe. Please donate to various organizations that you trust that are disseminating food and supplies to the people in need right now. And oh, I see a new Facebook user. They said, "Hey, gorgeous." Well, I definitely want to know your name. Ha ha ha. I did put a link at the top of the chat. Let me see. Let me go ahead and I'll repost it. If you, uh, let's see. Oh, oh, I forgot I could do this. I can show some of the comments. So if you're on Facebook, go to this link. I've got it in the chat. And this lets Facebook know that you give your permission for me to see your name and your face. Andy, ah, hey, hey there. And so that will allow me to see who's commenting. Hey girly, how are y'all doing? And but this is a good comment right here. You got to know your core values to know where you want to be. But the thing is that a lot of people don't. A lot of people are still figuring out you know, who they're innately, inherently meant to be. That is like why your soul incarnated. But you have to break through all of this programming and training and indoctrinations of all the systems you were raised in. You know what I mean? Oh, Jace, hey, hey, I'm sorry. I thought that was Andy. I'm so confused. But yeah, yeah, so if y'all can do the restream thing, go to I've got it in the chat. And if you just go to chat.restream.io/FB, that gives you're giving your permission for Facebook to let me know it's you. So anyway, yeah. So but this is what a lot of people are experiencing right now is they're waking up to all of the indoctrinations and they're learning to stop listening. It's la 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 la. And start listening to your inner soul song. Listen to your own heart. That is what's going to actually guide you to everything that is for your highest good, is listening from your heart to your soul, your higher self, your I am presence. And I know this is getting really spiritual, and that's okay because I'm a very spiritual person, not religious. Religion sucks. That's my opinion. But it's so that I just want y'all to know that you're loved. I hope you are being taken care of right now, especially if you are experiencing difficulties. And please reach out. That's all I wanted to do here, just to give a moment. But I'm so glad that y'all are jumping on and saying hi. So yeah. So let me see. Where is the? I'm just gonna leave that up for a second. So I see Facebook. I don't see anybody from YouTube. That's okay. But anyway, um, there are huge shifts that are happening right now in the collective, in society. And that's what this whole global shutdown has been. Andy, I can see you. Yay! Yes, Andy, the whole world can see you now, but I'll hide you. Um, yeah, and so all of these awakenings, we're going to keep having more awakenings because the systems that we were born into are completely unjust. Most of them. Most of the systems that we were raised in, whether it's politics, religion, our society, the economic strata, they mostly have been unjust for the majority of the people. I don't know if y'all remember like the whole 99% thing. Well, even in medieval times, it was 98%. You had 1% aristocracy, 1% clergy, and then 98% was everybody else. And so these systems have been around for several thousands of years, and it's time that they uh went the way of the dinosaurs, gone. As well as what we're experiencing right now is the divine feminine coming forward to say, okay, well, this didn't turn out so well, guys. Patriarchy. And men have been harmed by patriarchy, women have been harmed by patriarchy. Everybody who does not fit into the molds has been harmed, have been harmed by patriarchy. So we're going to keep having these, shall we say, opportunities for society at large to wake up and to see that the lives they've been living have been just there's a saying. It's from the movie, one of my favoriteest movies, Strictly Ballroom. A life, yeah, it's just about how a life lived in fear is a life half lived, and most of us have taught to live in fear. A fear of judgment, fear of ostracism, fear of some hell thing. That's why I don't say the word hell. For those of you, if you've ever noticed, I try not to say the word hell. I'll say heck, which I know sounds dumb, but hell is a Norse goddess of the underworld, right? It's not some fiery bullshit. So I say heck. But anyway, so does anybody want to say anything? Anybody want to share anything if you are experiencing, and you may not want to do it in a group setting either. That's okay too. You can feel free to message me if you need supplies, if you need anything right now, let me know. I'll try and find a way to help you. Um or get you connected with an organization that can help you. My soul mission, I have a few different soul missions. One of them's music, and the other one, big one, is, of course, my work as a sacred sex shaman, as I call myself, healing the sexual traumas of all the past lives and this lifetime, but also to bring joy that you can overcome all your traumas and live your life from a place of joy and happiness and juicy pleasure, and but it's hard to live in a place of juicy pleasure when you're not living in a place of from your heart. You're not living in that energy field of what is in your highest and best good, you know and so that's a journey to figure that out, and it's definitely a journey to find that individual bravery to to step out of the confines of the mold you were told you had to be, and then be true to yourself and really live your truth. So that's funny, Andy. Yeah, I've never been a person who said GD, gosh darn, but the actual taking God's name in vain kind of thing. And I don't do God with a capital G, God lower G, goddess, that kind of thing. Um, but it's just funny how I just suddenly started not using the word hell, and then I remembered, oh wait, that's a Norse goddess. Um, So Andy says, "We're okay as far as temperature and basic supplies." Yay, definitely. And I could definitely use any links to organizations that can help with bills, especially we've been out of work all week. And I think a lot of people absolutely are going to um be in that situation because you're in Texas. And I think there will be a lot of GoFundMe's getting started if you haven't already started one. Um, I don't know specifically right now the organization specifically in Texas, but we'll try and see if there are organizations that we can find to help you through that. And who knows, the state of Texas might be coming, like the legislature and the governor might be coming up with something to help. I'm sure they will. So, but we will put that in the group, and we'll see if other people have information. Again, I don't have that information in front of me, but this is what I'm trying to do, is find out, who needs what, where are you, how can we get it to you, etc. So, um, all right. Anybody have anything else? Is there anything else that you'd like to talk about? Anything else that you would like to share? Or does anybody need any kind of specific healing, or I just want to give healing. I don't know if you can feel it, but I'm just going to send loving healing energy to you. This is energy to help you. And if you accept it, just say, "Yes, I accept." You don't have to type it. You can just say it. I feel my hands are on fire, so I hope you can feel some of this. All right. Um, I'll start doing my hippo yawn if I keep going, but just know that I love you and I hope this has helped a little bit. Um, you can always leave comments later and I'll come back and check for comments later. And absolutely reach out if you need help, reach out to somebody. Um, and I am sure that there will be postings online for organizations that can help. I would start with the Red Cross for sure. Um, and then any local and state organizations, your city, your county, and your state all have emergency administrations like FEMA, but at the local, county, and state levels. So if you have access to the internet, obviously you do because you're watching this. But you know, I would start there, your mayor's office, your governor's office, those kinds, and they should actually have that information on their websites at this point. Because this I know for Texas, this has been going on for now a week. I have friends in Dallas. A friend of mine, he posted that they were without power Friday of last week, so and a lot of them without water too, so, alright. I love you. I hope this has been helpful. Feel free to leave comments afterwards. They'll show up after. Facebook is weird. But anyway, all right. Y'all take care. I love you. Please remember only love is real and anything you're going through right now is for you to create the change necessary so that you start living the life you actually want to live. All right?